Peace could possibly be returning to the taxi industry down in the Western Cape. It's believed the warring factions have reached an agreement. A draft peace deal, though, has not been signed at the moment. We understand commuters still forced to use alternative transports like buses. So what is the situation on the ground this morning? Ronald Masinda, good morning to you. I know it's very busy where you are at the moment. I can hear taxis or at least vehicles in the background hooting. Still dark where you are. What is the situation as the sun rises in Cape Town?
Very good morning to you, Gareth. You're coming to us live from a very busy Jakes Geweld Drive. This is where a lot of people from areas such as Samora Michel and Mitchell's Plain rely on transportation. What we are seeing in the backgrounds, many people are still waiting for their transportation. We are seeing a lot of people who have told us that they have now relied on lift clubs for transportation since taxi services have been suspended in their areas. Some people have decided to walk quite a number of kilometers just to get to work, while others have decided not to go to work. Several people have been telling us on the ground that the biggest issue is that taxis have not been available for several weeks now. I'm going to bring in to the conversation a couple of people, perhaps they can maybe shed more light into some of their struggles.
Into eyenzekayo bhuti wami sithi sesifumene itaxi singabahlali balapha eSamora sithi sesifumene itaxi ngelinye ixesha ngoku siphume sesiphakathi etaxini ngoba sikhutshwa ngabantu abathi bazawudubula le taxi siyikhweleyo siphume sesiphakathi silapho ke bhuti wami ngoku simile asinabhasi asinawo nix sizaba late emisebenzini and nabaphathi sithi sesiphana emisebenzini basixele ngento yokubana bazawucutha i-hours zabo ngenxa yokubana sifika late I understand the transport.
Ngobani bathi bazodubula itaxi?
Ngobhuti abamele phaa ezantsi apha kweza robots bhuti wami.
Siswam ndicela usondele nawe nje usichaphazela uba nawe uqhela ukhwela itaxi ithini imeko yalapho?
Ndiqhela ukhwela itaxi apho ndihlala khona ndihlala phaa eKosovo. Ndivuka ngo-5 o'clock eKosovo ndizoma apha kodwa ixesha ndihamba ngalo apha ngo-7 o'clock ndifuna itaxi ebheka iWynberg ayizikho itaxi ezibheka iWynberg siyasokola kakhulu.
Unayo iwari mhlawumbi uba ungaphelelwa umsebenzi?
Ndinayo iwari uba ndingaphelelwa ngumsebenzi kuba umsebenzi wam angumsebenzi ubambekayo.
Sabulela amaxesha yenu. Gareth, basically the two ladies that I just spoke to there, the one lady says that whenever they try to get onto a taxi, they've received threats from people saying that if you get onto this taxi, you will be shot at. This was some of the threats that we've been hearing on the ground. The other lady that I just spoke to also says that now one of her fears is that she might even lose her job since she has been absent at work given the issues faced with regards to a lack of transportation. But the positivity really this morning is we've seen several bus services, Golden Arrow bus services, and this is a conversation that I also had with Golden Arrow saying that they will increase the number of bus services. So at least that is one of the positive things that we are hearing from people.
You can just imagine the anxiety, Ronald, can't you, as well, that one person being told if they get onto a taxi, they're going to be shot. Someone else telling you they're going to be fired if they don't get public transport. So where are we on the actual negotiations? Because I understand that Bonta Holomisa and Zwelinzima Vavi, I'm not sure if you've heard anything different, are apparently making some kind of deal to try and sort out the situation. What have you heard?
Well, what I've basically heard is that also one of the main issues is the disagreement between the two biggest taxi associations, Kodeta and Kata, and this has also forced some of the routes to be suspended. We do know that the route between Bellville and Mbekweni, which is a popular route for both the taxi associations, will be suspended for 2 months. There seems to be disagreements between those taxi associations, and what we've heard is that some people have tried to control or mediate the situation. We do know that Premier Alan Winde has also tried to intervene to try and get to the bottom of this issue. We do know that taxis are a very popular mode of transport, especially in the Western Cape, especially after train services were affected on the Central Line, a very popular route between Khayelitsha and Mitchell's Plain, where hundreds, if not thousands of people used to travel daily. But what has happened since that route has been affected. A lot of people have relied on taxis and also buses, but many find buses not quite as effective as taxis. They find taxis more effective in terms of getting faster to work on time, but also a lot cheaper than buses. But people are really up in arms about the situation where taxis are not running in many parts of the Cape Town.
Yeah, it's also the problem that buses don't always go to all the routes the taxis do. Ronald, for the moment, thank you very much indeed for the update. Ronald Masinda speaking to commuters this morning in the dark, just desperately trying to get to work and try not to lose their jobs as this ongoing taxi violence. It looks like there is some hope at the end of this, but we're not there just yet.